Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, I want to take the opportunity to put on the record today the great distress and disappointment of tens of thousands of people across my electorate, from the young to the very old, who have heard this week that at least it'll be until at least 2016 before they even find out what form of technology this government will be rolling out under the National Broadband Network across our region, or when indeed it will even start in their area. This is particularly disappointing and frustrating to them because many of these suburbs have very poor broadband access now. And it's the case, I think, that they felt when the Minister, the current Minister, Malcolm Turnbull, said that just over a year ago that addressing underserviced areas would be a priority for the new government's rollout, that they had anticipated that that might actually be the case for them, and it hasn't been. And so I just would indicate that suburbs across my region have been contacting me for quite a while now, in particular the area of Bundina, which is at the very northern end, many of the suburbs along the escarpment at the north of my electorate, because the topography is quite challenging anyway, and parts of areas like Fig Tree, which currently have to rely on very, very poor, if any, broadband. So they're actually not even on the current rollout that was announced this week. So they've got poor broadband now. They were anticipating they would be prioritised, and now they've found out they won't be. And they're pretty cranky about it, and I understand why. For many of us, as we would know, and I know my colleague, the member for Ryan, and I went around the country with the Standing Committee hearing about the important role that broadband plays for households and small businesses, home-based businesses, students studying. And it's not just about the speed of the download, which is also a disappointment, given that the government made commitments that there would be a minimum download speed of 25 megabits, and that's not going to be achieved. It's also about the upload capacity. So if you're running a small business from home and you need to be sending files, you need that not only speed but reliability in order to achieve that. It's also about the fact that if they're ending up with this new technology, which will be fibre to the node, they're going to face the real problem we face every time it rains in our region. You're relying on the copper for that last section still, it drops out, it's unreliable, and the frustrations will not be improved by running fibre to the corner of the street. So I would implore the Minister to have another look at the suburbs across the Illawarra who have very poor quality broadband now. They wanted Labor's broadband, but at least if they're going to get the second-rate one, it should be prioritised for those areas that have underservicing already in place.